the fact that the birth to 5 years is such an important time, and there are some really sometimes negative experiences kids have. Perhaps a death in the family, parents split up, single parent homes, any sort of just
Certainly.
any sort of stress that can happen in the family. But there are also some really great opportunities to have fun and influence kids' experiences.
Definitely. I think any time that there is a critical period for that brain development, there are some very positive things that are happening and should be happening, and there is that opportunity certainly for negative things to be happening and to impact a child's development later in life. So I'm just all about the things that we can do that really build that foundation for later learning, later experiences. It's such a critical period for brain development.
Right, and you definitely have a passion for that because Kids First is a quality child care referral agency. So obviously
Yeah.
you want kids to get into a preschool or a daycare or a home center that's going to be a positive place for them to experience things.
Well, we recognize that in this community, most parents work. They need to work. And so if you don't have the ideal, which is staying home with one of the parents when you're really little, then the next should be a really high quality child care program where you feel surrounded by an extended family, if you will, you feel loved and cared for, and that experience really is a partnership with parents and really helps support what the parents are doing.
Right, and whether you're a stay-at-home parent or you take your kids to daycare, there's some things that you can be doing to positively impact that. And before we
Definitely.
talk about that, I want to show everyone a very brief video called Brain Heroes, which is what our show is titled today, because we can all be a hero to our kids by influencing or creating some positive influences for them. So I want to go to this clip very quickly and just show people some of what we're talking about and the ways that experiences shape our kids at this very young age. So take a look at this.
The architecture of the brain begins to form. Brain architecture is built over time and shaped by experiences, starting in the earliest years of life. The most important experiences come from the environment of relationships that interact with each child. Parents, extended family, and caregivers of all kinds. But serious adversity early in life can disrupt healthy brain development. Both brain architecture and behavior are increasingly difficult to change as individuals get older. So what happens early matters for a lifetime. Now imagine you can take action to improve the lives of children and the quality of life in this community. Where and when would that action be most effective?
So where and when would we take action is the question that they pose there. But what I love about that is the visual of the road. And I was thinking about this as I looked at that video. It really is interesting that those cracks, you could see things falling away as these experiences happen over a lifetime. None of us is immune to negative life experience. My gosh, you don't get to be our age without having a few.
We all have bumps in the road, literally.
That's right. So even at a young age, kids are going to have bumps in the road.
They are, and they will at least sense that. You know, some kids, you'll see it in their behavior, and really other kids, you don't. And it doesn't mean that they aren't getting it, that they aren't reacting to it. It's just a little bit tougher because you really have to be there and be supportive and be proactive, whether or not you're seeing the behavior.